Good afternoon. My name is Tanaé, and today I'm going to be talking about the Bronfenbrenner's bioecological model and how it has related to my own development from my childhood experience and childhood in general to becoming an educator in training. So the Bronfenbrenner's model helps us to realize that how the different parts of our environment influence us on our growth and learning. This model consists of 5 layers and they impact us in various ways. So firstly, the first layer I'm going to be talking about is the microsystem. As you can see there, the microsystem includes of stuff like family, schools, and friends, and also relationships. But for me, I'm going to be speaking about family and friends. So for me, my family was always supportive when it came to helping me with my schoolwork, especially my parents. And my family always encouraged me to do my best in school and always push myself to work harder. And also, when it came to my sister, she would also help me a lot during school as we were just 2 years apart in age. So she would always help me with my schoolwork. And when we were small, we would always play this game. We would call it teacher game, and I would be the teacher and she would be the learner, which also made me realize that I would want to do teaching when I'm older. I would want to become a teacher. So the other aspect in microsystem that I spoke about was friends. So in primary school and in high school, my friends and I would always motivate and push and influence each another to do better in school. So all of this helped me to feel confident and motivated by my friends, my school, my teachers, and my family especially. So next, I'm going to be talking about the meso system, which is the connection between the microsystem as shown on the slide. So the meso system, this layer is about connections between different parts of our lives. So for example, how school and family interacted with this. So in my case, my parents, again, I will be speaking about school and family. So my parents, they were always involved in my school life. They were always attend teacher meetings and parent meetings and always helped me with any school projects, always. And having my parents be involved and teach me about my education to always do my best helped me a lot and motivated me, especially having my mom as a teacher. That helped me a lot as well because if I didn't understand anything, I just had to go by her and speak to her. um the connection between home and school helped me stay focused and showed me the importance of balancing my family and education. So that helped me a lot, especially having the support of my friends and family through any struggles as an individual that I went through, and the encouragement from my family and especially school teachers and my friends also. They helped me. They shaped the desire for me to become a teacher and encouraged me, especially my teachers. They were always helpful in school when it came to anything that we need help with, and I really appreciate that. So the next I'm going to be moving on to the exosystem, which is the indirect influences. So this layer includes the that indirectly affect us, how it indirect things that indirectly affect us. So we're going to be talking about community or parents that work. So for me, my mom is an educator and she is my role model. So from the time I was small, I would always, when it was school holidays, I would always go to school with her and see how she would teach the children. And just the feeling of writing on a chalkboard made me want to become a teacher. And it was so exciting to just see her teach the children, and not only the scolding part, but also like to teach the children. And it made me want to become a teacher, just knowing like how loving she is towards the children, and she will always be my role model. And she was the one that made me want to become a teacher, because watching her made me realize that this is the occupation I want to do. And my watching my mom made me realize that that progressed me and influenced me on my educational journey on becoming a training educator. So the community, so what our community would have, especially our local libraries, was extra programs after school for children. I remember we would go after school and we would go and learn new skills. So for example, we would learn like to a higher level grade, we would go over more tuitions and work like maths or English, and we would go over this, and this helped me explore my skills, and it helped me to develop a new understanding about my education, and also helped me understand my work even better when it came to school. And this encouraged me as an individual to always be better in my work and in my educational journey, as I mentioned in my slide. So this helped me a lot, and it was a great support, and it helped me grow as a learner to be better in school. So by the community doing this, it was an extra support, especially in my schoolwork. It brought up my grades, and it helped me grow as a learner, as I mentioned. So we're going to move on to the fourth layer, which is the macro system. This layer is the larger culture or society that influenced us. So an example is culture education is highly valued. So macro system is the broader culture influences. So the cultural influences around my education, my academic achievement was definitely obtaining a bachelor's in matric with one distinction. Yes, to others it may seem like it's not a lot, but for me I was really proud of myself for obtaining a distinction, especially a bachelor's degree, because it was definitely a hard period of time where we had to give up everything, especially going out or being on our phones all the time. And it showed my hard work was put like into this like it was put to use. I really did well, and I was very proud of myself. Then I'm going to move on to the societal norms. What encouraged me to pursue my career in teaching was the bond I have with children, especially, and having my mom as that role model as well. When I would go with her to school, I would definitely create a bond with the children, especially if they were smaller than me, because that time I was a bit bigger. And I would have a bond with children, especially with my nieces and nephews. I enjoy spending time with them, and I have built a bond. And this pushed me to work harder in school, knowing that my education is important for me and my personal and professional growth. So finally, I'm going to be talking about the chrono system. This looks at how things change over time. As I grew older, I went from high school to university, as shown in number 5 of there on my slide. And from switching from high school to university, it was obviously like scary, but as I mentioned in my slide, it was such an excitement and a proud moment for me to be accepted into Stadio, knowing I'm going to pursue a career that I always wanted to do. And it brought me a lot of fear as well, but I was very excited to switch over time. So this model shows us how our environment from family to society shapes us to who we are and what we learn. And I would definitely say that my family, school, community influenced my journey from being a learner to an educator in training, and understanding these can help us become better teachers and learners. And thank you for watching this video. I appreciate it.